Hey everyone, my name's Steve. Welcome back to another video about my Porsche 992 Carrera. On today's video I'm going to recreate my car on the Porsche configurator on their website, and I'm going to show you what I picked and then how my car compares to the real life images at the end of the video where you can swirl the car around on the configurator. If you go to the website, it brings you up on the home page depending on what country you're in. The minute it's brought me up to the UK one. If you go in there and then you find, if you scroll down the front of the first page, that you've got the option of all the cars to pick from. In the middle there at the top, we're going to go to the 911. If you go straight into build your own, you'll find the configurator comes up in a separate window and you can choose which model that you want to go for. Since I first built my car back in October, there's a fair few more models there than there was beforehand. Back when I configured mine, we had the Carrera, the Cabriolet, the 4, the S, all the way down to the Carrera 4S Cabriolet here. Then towards the bottom here we have the turbo models that are, wow, more than double. Not quite double, nearly double. Turbo S is double. Wow, double. If we go back up the top here, what I'll do is I'll click into the Carrera S to start with. Now when you open the page, you'll get the welcome of the car. It's already actually picked a Dolomite Silver there. That's how this started off. Sometimes in the configurator you'll find that they add a couple of extras on there. If we go down and you will see standard features, but the first very obvious one is the 3-litre engine, but we've got a 450 PS. PS to horsepower is about 0.98 something. If you'll check there, you can see it's 450 on the 3-litre turbo. Still a 3-litre turbo on the Carrera, but on the Carrera you've got a 385 PS, which comes out at about 375 horsepower. And then you've got the Carrera S at 450 here. That comes out about 443. So if you look here on the screenshot that I've popped up, I did the two compare next to each other earlier on, and you'll see that the 0 to 62 time is the same. So we'll get back to the Carrera 911 screen. It's not particularly complicated, you just need to work your way down the right hand side. So if we go in there, I went with the flat black. Now you've got the flat black there, it's just labelled as black, but it's a free colour. Didn't pick it because it was free, I picked it because, again, I wanted it to match the Bad Boys Turbo. And then we moved down. Now I went with the standard 19-20 inch Carrera wheels. There's nothing wrong with them. What I would say is the only thing that you'll notice, and you probably notice it on the spinning car when I show you at the end on my sweep of the real life one, front wheels do look a little bit small and there's a little bit of a gap. So we're in there, 19-20 inch. If we moved up to the next Carrera S wheels, £1,145. Now on the actual Carrera S, they come as standard. Starting point on the price for the Carrera S is 93,000, 94,000. What you're getting for that is the more horsepower in the engine, the 450 PS. You're getting the 2021 wheels, and you're also, from what I can see, you get the sports tailpipes that I paid for standard. The one thing that does come with the S that you can't get on the Carrera, that you would have to pick the Carrera S for, is to get the manual gearbox. Now the manual gearbox isn't actually any cheaper. Cars gone by, manual gearbox cars used to be a bit cheaper, but now you'll find that it's a free option, but it still makes the car the same price. So anyway, we'll move down there. The next choice I went for was wheel accessories. Now in wheel accessories you can get quite a lot of different things. I'm not going to go through them all because what I'm going to do is I'm going to respec the car in another video exactly how I might have picked it, and I'll go through all of these because I will be picking a few of them. But I went down the bottom and I picked the wheel centers in colour. There you go. So in the center there you can see that they're in colour. So move down and it takes you into the interiors. Now I went, it's a lot of free stuff here, but I went into the split tone. Now that red on there comes up quite deep on my screen. I don't know whether it's the screen or whether it's the configurator, but I went with the black and bordeaux red there. Sport seats plus. Now the sport seats are a free standard 4-way. Sport seats plus are £324 extra. When I picked my car out and I did the configurator, I didn't go with the Sport Seat Plus, mainly because if you have a look in this little pop-up here, on the actual seats you get these bolsters on the shoulder. Now, I don't like them because I don't think they look very good. I prefer the other seats, and the reason I prefer the other seats is they look a lot more like the original Porsche seats. and I like that. I was trying to stick with the older designs, and the seats that I had in the Cayman were also very similar shape, so I wanted to stick with them. I liked them. I didn't want to move on to anything else. 14-way and 18-way, I think they're brilliant if you've got many drivers. If you've got multiple drivers in there, what you've got is the buttons on the door, and you'll be able to preset 1, 2, and 3. So you just go in and you press the button. Moving on to the exterior, where I've got some parts. So there's bits in there. It's where all the sunroof, aero kit, sports packages, sports front apron. So in the exterior, I went with the electronic folding mirrors. So that was an extra £240. Just means you can fold the mirrors up when you park in the car and it stops people knocking them off. It's just an extra I decided to go for. And further down here, you'll see, hidden in here, 911 logo. So we'll have a look at the picture there. You'll see just the 911 logo. I think it looks nicer. I prefer things to be symmetrical. I think it looked balanced on the back of the car, so that was what I went with. If you go into drivetrain and chassis, what you've got in here is the tailpipes. Now they come in a silver finish and a black finish. They're a £548 extra, but they do seem to come standard on the Carrera S. So there we go, added on, £548 extra. If we come down here, I went with this, which is this GT Sport steering wheel in leather. That's a £194 option. And the difference is bolster parts of the wheel where you've got the 10 and 2 positions are a bit chunkier. I like that. I thought it looked sporty, thought it was nicer for driving. And if you come further down here, you'll see just a couple down, storage package, and it's free. There we go, added. So if we come down here to audio and communication, we have another 2 options over the standard system. Now, as you can see in the picture here, there's no little labels on the speakers. It's a very good stereo system, and to be honest with you get quite a lot of road noise in the Porsche. If you're into your stereo systems, pay extra. I'm not sure it's worth the money because the stereo system in there is very good. Come down to the bottom here, and I didn't add anything extra from this. So there we go at the end. There's a summary. If we bring this up now, we have this lovely scenic view on the background there. If I drop it off, you get a slightly different view of the car. You can see it a lot cleaner. If we look at it, we'll flick the car around there. This is a very, very good representation of what the car looks like. The only comment I would make is I think the red in real life looks a little bit different in color tone. But other than that, and the fact that it's the left-hand drive version of the car, if you have a look at the video that's running alongside, if you're ever speccing a Porsche, you'll find that you end up with something that looks exactly like the website configurator does. So there we go, that was my car. Let me know in the comments what you think, whether you think it looks the same as it does in real life. I think they've done a really good job of that configurator. I would use it again. I ordered the car from this, so it was brilliant. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you could subscribe, that would be really helping me out. And if you want to see more, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much. See you in the next one.